I'm willing to evolve and give you a new opinion on something. I'm not embedded to anything, really. I mean, new information, I'll have a new opinion. So I didn't like the tush push, the brotherly shove when it started. It's just aesthetically, guys get hurt. I'll get to that in a second. But I've come full circle on it because it defines Philadelphia. It's not cheating. It's not using illegal equipment. What it is a coaching staff that says we have two unique athletes, a quarterback that can deadlift 600 pounds and the best center in football, Jason Kelce, in over a decade. Top 2 or 3 center of all time. And we're going to use these super talented players because they can do things other people can't. Rest of the league's trying this thing. It's not working. It's innovation. It's ingenuity. Nobody else can do it this well. It gets 3 yards, sometimes 4. They could use this, if you think about it, they could use this as their offense. If they get 3 yards a play, that's 12 yards over 4 plays. And that sort of defines Philadelphia, doesn't it? Think about this. It is a copycat league. And yet nobody in the NFL invents and reinvents itself more than Philadelphia. They won a bunch of games with Carson Wentz. They moved off him. They won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. They moved off him. Chip Kelly won 10 games twice. They moved off him. Nobody does that in the NFL. Half of the dumb general managers would assign Nick Foles to a monster contract or kept Chip Kelly in, even though players sort of push back on it. They're the only franchise in this entire sport that regularly moves off winning coaches, Super Bowl coaches. I love Andy Reid. They moved off him. I love Doug Peterson. They moved off him. I defended Chip Kelly. They moved off him. All 3 won. That never happens in the NFL. People are terrified. Fear drives the league. He's got a winning record. Give him a new contract. They just did that in New England with Belichick. What are they doing? Quarterbacks. Foles wins a Super Bowl. Some quarterbacks under Chip Kelly and Andy Reid had their best years. They move off them. All of them. All the time. And the ones like Andy Reid, who are truly brilliant, land somewhere else and have great success. But Doug Peterson got to the playoffs in 3 of 5 years. Had a winning record. Offensive coach in an offensive league. They moved off him. Nick Foles, Super Bowl. Nah, see you later. It's really, really unique. The tush push defines Philadelphia. If the NFL outlawed it, don't you have this feeling they would just figure out a new play? Yes, it's ugly. And I thought about that. It's bad television. But so is every quarterback sneak. They're all ugly. At least this is innovative. Well, people could get hurt, I argued. It's the NFL. People get hurt on punts, kicks, screenplays, slants. People get hurt all game. So the 2 arguments I used against it fall flat. It's the NFL. You're going to get hurt if you play long enough. I mean, the New York Giants can't do much right. Shocker, they got hurt doing it. And the other thing is, nobody else can do it. That's what bothers people. That they found these 2 unique, a player, a quarterback, and a center. And at this particular skill, at this particular power moment, they're the best in the world ever at it. And I sat there and I thought, time out. I like innovation. I like new stuff. I don't like copycats. This is great. Do I think the league will step in? One of the reasons the league didn't, because they're not sure what to do with it. If you were a baseball team and you had these 2 leadoff hitters and you decided we're gonna have 2 leadoff hitters, they'll just go back and forth. And they got on base a lot and they were really fast and they double steal over and over and over and over like 3 times a game and nobody can stop it. Should you ban it? It's just 2 great players doing something nobody else can do. And so I think the league is looking at this thinking they'd like to ban it, but it's not the Houston Astros. It's not illegal equipment. It's a coaching staff that said, we got 2 guys that are best in the world at something. No other quarterback deadlifts 600 pounds. No other center plays like Kelce. How do you ban innovation? The Wildcat offense didn't work. People figured it out. Nobody can figure this out, and they can't. Very hard to ban innovation and ingenuity. Now, in the history of our government and business, people have tried to over and over, and they've made arguments for it. But I hated this thing. And now I kind of embrace it because I think it defines Philadelphia. A great big game team who always shows up, win or lose, always shows up with a lot of passion, a lot of creativity on the biggest nights. We'll get to more of the game later. So, all right, we're 6 games into Jordan Love, Packers' new quarterback. The only people defending him are adult men who wear cheese heads in the fall. It's obstructing your view. Get another hat. He can't play. Watch how Matt LaFleur calls a game. He doesn't trust him to throw the ball down the field. He's just not accurate. I mean, his big play yesterday was a dump off to a running back. He can't play. Listen, Jordan Love on throws just 10-plus yards down the field. That's not a big threshold. Just 10-plus yards. Has a completion percentage of 38% and a passer rating of 50. I'm not going to get into his decision-making and pick on the kid. That ain't great. But this was an easy one against a terrible, historically terrible defense with a clever offensive coach with a winning record, with 2 weeks to prepare. Green Bay didn't score until the third quarter. He can't do scripted plays. Listen, you and I can argue about Justin Fields, Sam Darnold, but there were moments I could put together a 6-minute YouTube clip with Justin Fields and Darnold, and you'd go, wow. Even backups. I've seen Josh Dobbs, Gardner Minshew against the Cleveland Browns defense. You got quarters and moments. Down the field throws. This doesn't work. I know it bothers you. You think I'm picking on him. But Green Bay's got really, really talented running backs and young, talented wide receivers and tight ends. And the offense has been reduced to screen plays and Jordan Love scrambling. You got to take the cheese hats off, guys. It's not a good look. And it's worse defending Jordan Love. It's not close. On throws, just 10-plus yards down the field. A 38% completion percentage? Come on, he misses badly. He really struggles. Maybe a great kid, but it's year 4 in the building. And when you listen to Matt LaFleur, he's a nice guy. I don't know Matt. I know people that know Matt. Matt's a really nice guy. He doesn't want to be mean-spirited. He doesn't want to be harsh. But with a week of extra prep against that defense, that was it. With extra time to prepare against the Raiders' crappy defense that a backup from the Chicago Bears had success with. Look at what the kid in Chicago did yesterday against that Raider defense.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.